Hey there, my friends. I wanted to welcome you to another exciting episode of The Daily Shortcut. I'm Dave Wood, and of course, I'm the creator of this show. And today I want to expand on the last episode I recorded about the 3 principles of creating magical results. And to dive into a more specific topic, today I want to talk about creating one specific outcome that's perfectly clear. The single most important thing that you can do in your marketing that I see so many people struggle to create in their business is creating a clear, perfectly imagined outcome of the future that you want to create. I can't stand seeing other people struggle when the solution to that struggle is something simple and they just don't know it yet. See, the most important outcome that you can master in marketing is getting people to happily buy from you. Happily is the key. In order to really get down to the bottom of what makes people happily buy, I've divided this episode into 2 parts. This is the first part, and it's going to explore 2 concepts of selling stuff. And when I say stuff, that could be anything that you desire to sell that gives value. And tomorrow, I want to explain a little bit more in-depth strategy to making sales using indirect suggestion patterns in the way that you phrase things as you're telling stories, and mastering some basic powers of influence that can get people to happily buy. Now I want you to pay attention as you're learning this, because by the time you finish this episode, you're going to understand the principles and the strategies for getting people to not just buy, they're going to buy happily, no matter what you're selling, as long as you're delivering value to them. See, when you look around, it doesn't take long to see that people, especially in the network marketing industry, aren't really good at selling stuff most of the time. The top guys are, but most other people, they're not really. And the reality is that anyone can make people happily pull out their credit cards and decide to buy right on the spot if they choose to learn the skills. However, that doesn't mean that everyone can be good at structured selling. The reality is that most people are not great at selling stuff in their business quite yet. And why is that? Well, they've never been taught how to tap into their natural storytelling ability and their natural ability to influence the minds and hearts of other people. See, no matter what you've heard in the past, there are actually people who have a better predisposition for certain kinds of skills naturally, and most people actually struggle with hard selling, but they're really good at certain things. And the reality is that's because their minds are wired to remember and imagine things in a certain way. So people who aren't naturally good at hard selling, they get online and they start trying to sell something the way that they hear somebody do in a direct sales video. They're trying to sell their biz op, they're trying to sell an affiliate product, or maybe even worse, they create their own product to sell with zero expertise. I've seen people do that a bunch of times, and it always results in disaster. The result is that they struggle for too long. They struggle for a long time, and they're wondering, why aren't people happily buying my stuff? Now, I didn't create this daily shortcut episode to tell you that you shouldn't sell stuff, because obviously you should sell stuff on the internet. You're going to make money if you do. You should sell stuff that brings value to people. You just have to understand that it works a little bit differently than what most people put into practice in their business. You don't have to spontaneously pitch every visitor on the spot to pull out their credit card. You don't even have to be aggressive at all. You can craft a powerful sales funnel that pulls people into it, and a follow-up sequence that engages them into the sale, and you can do that with stories that do the selling for you, slowly improving your process over time until it changes from not working to being effective to being magical. Or what you could do is you could tap into a system that already does all this for you, and I'll get to that a little bit later in this episode as you're learning how to get people to buy. So I want you to listen closely for a huge opportunity that you could take advantage of today, which is actually learning a secret, and I'm going to see if you get it in the comments below this video. And somebody is going to learn it today, and maybe that's you. Over the rest of the Daily Shortcut episode, I'm actually going to lay out a fundamental framework for getting people to happily buy stuff online, day in and day out. Now, if you've been around me for a long time, you're going to know that I like to leave out minor details and focus on big strategy, and I bring in other people to focus on the minor details around me because my mind doesn't work like that well, but it works really great at big strategy. So it's up to you to decide how to implement this into your business in the right way for you. What I'm going to explain is one of the most fundamental concepts in building a business and selling stuff and influencing people online, and that is moving your audience towards their desired outcome that's congruent with the offers that you have so they make a decision to buy. Let me illustrate how this works by doing a Kung Fu exercise with a local student that I have, Omar. Now this is going to look silly if you guys don't study Kung Fu, but it's good for illustrating the point. Omar, if you want to come over here for a second, that'd be good. Here's a thing that there's a principle that Wing Chun Kung Fu is a little bit different, and Wing Chun actually means the beautiful spring, or the eternal springtime, depending on the translation. But what you're always doing with your energy is when you contact an opponent and intercept something, my energy is always going towards a single outcome. In other words, when I'm moving my energy towards him, this is not just sitting here, this is rooted into the floor, and if he moves his hand out of the way, my hand will just come out. I don't do anything actually to do that. So even though I might have some structured obstacle in the way of reaching the outcome, the energy is always there, and when I move, it just springs out if he gets out of the way. And he's like that as well. If he's moved towards my core and I just move out of the way, he just moves in. And he'd whack me, but he's in a video and feels a little bit nervous. In any case, here's why I do that. Because I have an outcome of moving towards a single point in time like I do in my business. And when I go towards that outcome, I attack with what's called forward flexible energy, which is energy that's moving towards the outcome, but if something gets in the way, an obstacle, if something gets in the way that's not working out that I want, it's not a big deal. My body just changes and adapts, and it doesn't really matter how he moves. I can move around that. Now this will look stupid, but the reality is that I can do this against professional boxers and trap them up. And they kick my ass if they could stay far away, but I get in their face, I'm a pain in the butt, right? I'm not a professional fighter though. But I move against his energy and trata de hacer algo, and my arm just does that. I'm not doing anything. So the reality is that the reason I wanted to use this as a metaphor is this is an exercise in Wing Chun that's called Chi Sao, and what it actually is a representation of is how you accomplish goals. It's using forward flexible energy to move into your target all the time. So even if I'm very passive in doing that, this is actually exactly how I accomplish the goals. If something is in the way, I just flexibly adapt, and if he comes and he moves in, I just move that out of the way and I adjust my strategy and I continue moving towards my outcome. Most people, what they do when they collapse into energy, when they collapse into obstacles, is they just stop. But don't stop, just relax and continue to move in the same direction. So Omar, that's really it. That was really all the demonstration, and I could do some more Kung Fu tricks later on. I appreciate you. He's getting pretty good, isn't he? Well, that wasn't really a demonstration of that. I'll show you another day. He's actually getting quite good at Kung Fu. It's my security guard, Omar. I've been teaching him for what, I think 8 meses, ¿verdad, Omar? Sí, como 8 meses. And so here's what I want you to focus on right now. I want you to think about stepping into the future of your dreams the same way that I think about Kung Fu. You've got to move towards your outcome no matter what kind of energy throws you off target. You're just moving in a single direction, and when life gets in the way, you just relax and flexibly adapt and continue to move in, and it could become almost automatic. And in this episode, I'm going to explain 2 core concepts for getting people to happily buy anything that you want, which is the core outcome that you've got to make money. Because how are you going to make money if nobody buys? You're not going to, and you're going to make a lot more if they buy from you happily, smiling, feeling good. This is the first one of those keys. All of your marketing should be designed to move your audience towards their desired outcome, overcoming resistance and obstacles that stand in the way. Your audience in your niche, everyone in it, has a desired outcome that's a general outcome of the audience, and they also have specific outcomes for the people. Hopefully you can agree on a general or shared desired outcome with the list that you're marketing to, and if not, it's going to be hard to relate to them. So in the Make Money Online space, for example, which is one space of many, there's one clear outcome: making more money, right? That's actually a pretty simple thing to describe. Everyone involved in this space has one specific desired outcome, which is to make more money. Maybe to quit their job, maybe to move to the tropics, right? Maybe they want to buy a fancy car, or maybe they want to attract the woman of their dreams, attract the man of their dreams, just give their kids a better life, give money to their church. Whatever your dream is, it's your dream, it's okay. However you want to make more money is fine. There are 2 components of this demonstration that you just saw me do. The first one is the desired outcome, moving towards the target all the time. And the second one is obstacles that get in the way. There are going to be at least 3 different obstacles the people in your audience have to overcome or go through in order to reach that desired outcome. In other words, stuff is going to get in their way. They're going to throw up objections and obstacles as you're moving them through that process. And your job is to help them overcome each obstacle one step at a time, one by one. So in the online marketing space, these obstacles could be broken down into, number 1, having something to sell. People don't think they've got one. Number 2, they need a website and a funnel to do the selling for them. Number 3, they need traffic to send into that funnel that's quality and consistent. You know, you could make it a little or a lot more complex, and the truth is it's both. But fundamentally, those are the 3 things that you need to make money online. You need something to sell, you need a way of selling it through a funnel, a website, through personal relationship, and you need a targeted source of prospects, leads, and traffic to send into that funnel in order to be able to accomplish that outcome. The idea of this strategy is to give away content for free that helps your audience overcome the obstacle while also giving them an easy solution that they want to buy happily. So again, all of this might seem complex and it might seem simple, but it doesn't have to be. There are proven systems I've found that do most of the heavy lifting for you so you can just focus your energy on moving towards your outcome in a calm and peaceful way, including what to sell, a complete marketing system to sell it, and a way to easily generate targeted, warmed up traffic that's ready to absorb your content and buy from you, happily pulling out their credit cards. And that's the amazing part, is they smile as they're doing it, feeling good as they're punching the numbers in the screen, if you can imagine that. Now there are 3 kinds of ways to sell stuff, which I'll explain in a couple of minutes. Once you have the obstacles down and you know kind of what obstacles your audience has to overcome to achieve their desired result, to believe in their desired result, to pull out their credit card and buy, all that's left is creating the content and the sales material, and then positioning your offer as the best possible solution to achieving that desired result. And notice, it doesn't have to be every desired result, just that one. So you have your audience, you have their starting point, you have obstacles in the way, and you have the desired outcome and the result, and your job is to flexibly get through that with just forward energy and pressure. Most marketers just try and sell them directly all the time, slamming. I do that too, and it works. But all they do is they link to the sales video that says, this is the solution to all of your problems. And even if it is, it doesn't really matter. People generally don't buy right away when they've already seen dozens of other things they think are kind of exactly the same. Getting people to buy happily is as simple as switching to a value attraction-based marketing strategy that gives first, receives second. Creating content to give your audience for free that moves them one step closer towards that desired outcome and continues to push past the obstacles will do that. Somewhere in the process, what's going to happen is you're going to position your offer as the obvious solution, and your audience will just buy it happily, and they won't even be thinking about it. They're just going to pull out their credit card. So how can you do all that with giving valuable content away to your audience and providing a solution to their problems, and also make more money than you ever have made before in your life? Well, if you want to take my recommended shortcut, use the daily shortcut. While you're enjoying content like this episode, you can also share this content with your followers now, with your audience, with each episode having the ability to be uniquely coded to you as the affiliate promoting it. It's getting started today. This content is done for you, and I'm giving it to you to help you. Remember, the only 3 things that you need to make money online are something to sell, a marketing system to sell it, and a quality traffic source that's consistent, that's growing over time to scale your business up. With the Daily Shortcut, you can tap into a community of thousands of affiliate marketers and entrepreneurs who are selling in a proven turnkey business platform giving value first. The Total Shortcut system, this system you're watching right now, has everything an online marketer needs to be successful and build a business online, from a marketing system complete with capture pages, sales pages, tools suite, autoresponders, pre-written emails, and way more stuff than probably you know exists. And you just have to do it every day, consistently, and people will pull out their credit card and buy happily each day. In the Total Shortcut system, you can even get a 5-step daily action plan that we release to you new every day. It gives you all the instruction and resources you need to share your business with the world in a valuable way. You're going to generate leads, you're going to attract more people to your business, and you're going to create lasting attraction with more customers also buying from you happily as they're smiling, pulling out their credit card, feeling good about the decision that they are making because you're attracting them in the right way. And that covers all 3 things. And that, my friends, will change you. So here's what I want you to do now is first scroll down to the bottom of this page and happily write a comment. That's the first step in being happy, is happily write a comment. And the best comment of the thing that you're going to change in the biggest way, the biggest transformation you have, we're going to give you a book. We just like to give stuff away to you for free. That's what we like to do here, is help you, regardless of who you are. Doesn't matter if you're in our community or not. Write an awesome comment, and we want to help you. The next thing is get the daily shortcuts. We have 3 bonuses for you. Number 1 is a full transcription of this entire show with a workbook that you can fill out. I want you to fill that out and learn how to get people to buy happily from you as you're realizing that you have everything that it takes. Number 2, you're going to get an audio version of this, and you can listen to this again and again. And as you're driving in your car feeling happy, you'll start to understand how people are also going to happily buy. And the last thing that I'm going to give you, and this is most important, is I'm going to give you the Total Shortcut system. And you're going to find, as you're going through that process, that you'll just pull out your credit card and buy happily. And the reason is because you know that it's got everything that you need to succeed. So right now, write comment, put in your name and email, grab your 3 bonuses, and get the Total Shortcut system. I will see you in the next episode. Smile, and let's get rich on the internet.